All right, Shalom. It's a brother Quashab coming back at you with another lesson. Now, before I get started, I want to give our praises, glory, infinite honors unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. We talking this true and rule well. And peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. All right, and just pretty much get into a quick lesson, okay, on pretty much self-examination. All right, I believe the title is self-evaluation. Am I doing right in the eyes of the Lord or something like that? No, I forget the particular title that came to my head. But peace, blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect, all right, as well as those that believe in the gospel, and may you endure to the end, Lord willing. Right, and as you can see, I got this word queued up, the word examine. Okay, it says to put someone in question in regard to knowledge, competence, or skill, to inquire. To inquire into qualifications or capabilities. Okay, to inspect or survey something carefully, to scrutinize, view, or observe in all aspects with the purpose of forming a correct opinion or judgment. You see, and this is something that we ought to be doing daily. All right, and like I say, these lessons apply to myself first and foremost. All right, am I doing right in the eyes of the Lord? Okay. When you examine yourselves, this is something that you should ask yourself, especially for us younger brothers out here. All right. Are we giving enough time to the Lord? All right. What are we doing in our leisure time? Have I grown from over the course of the past year? Okay. These are things that we should be examining and asking ourselves. All right. Now, if it's some things that we need to work on, we work on it. Right. All right. But first things first, what we do, we pray to the Lord, man. Right. Now, this is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 5. It says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that give it to all men liberally and upbraid it not, and it shall be given him. You see? And lacking wisdom, all right, is to put it in a nutshell, is if you lacking wisdom, man, you're lacking through the Spirit, right? Because if you lacking wisdom, obviously, some brothers may be slower to learn than others, right? But if it's over a period or a course of time and you just still lacking, hey, man, you got to pray to the Lord, man, all right? Because as the apostle say, Apostle Arumlab say, man, you're supposed to be growing, all right? The apostle to heart say, hey, man, within a span of 6 months to a year, you should be able to look back and say that, I've grown from what I've been, you see? I'm on a different level now, right? And yes, the Lord get an increase, which is why you have to pray, right? Now it says, let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. You see, you can't waver when you pray and you ask for the Lord to increase you in the Spirit, right? You want to be a better reader. You want to be a better teacher, okay? Excuse me. Well, you have to pray to the Lord. And that he give you the Rakakwadash, the Spirit, all right, that you be able to do these things, man. He says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that give it to all men liberally and upbraid it not, and it shall be given. You see? So you got to ask, man, all right? But this all falls under the scope, all right, of examining yourself, right? Which I believe is the word scope. What was that, 1 Corinthians? Salakia. And there's a couple bookmark, I did this lesson the other day, and I kind of was rambling, right? So, it's 2 Corinthians 13 and 5, right? So, I just kind of, redoing it as we do sometimes, all right? Now, it says 2 Corinthians 13, verse 5. It says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Okay? Prove your own selves, man. All right? Now, in the NLT, it says, examine yourselves to see if your faith is genuine. All right? When we know something is genuine, it's 100%, let's get the word genuine, right? Because I can't even put it into words. It's natural, yep. Not acquired, okay? Innate. All right, when it's genuine, it doesn't have a some kind of extra feeling about it, you see? It's just something that comes out natural, man. All right, you don't have to practice it, you see? Now it says examine yourselves to see if your faith is genuine. You see, natural, you know? It says test yourselves. Surely you know that Yahushua Mashiach is among you. If not, you have failed the test of genuine faith. You see? So when we under the scope, all right, when we examine ourselves, all right, to prove our own selves, okay? I always move slow when I get on a lesson, right? So I was wrong. It was Parazo.
Strong's G 3985, Pyrazzo.
Right, to try whether a thing can be done, to attempt, endeavor to make trial of, tests for the purpose of ascertaining his quality, or what he thinks, or how he will behave himself. You see, we go down to C, it says to try or test one's fate, virtue of character by enticement to sin. You see? Oh, that's heavy. It says of the Most High in the Old Testament usage to inflict evils upon one in order to prove his character and the steadfastness of his faith. You see? So this is what the falling under the scope, all right, examining ourselves does, man. All right, it proves our faith. You see? And which I had in that Sirach, right? And we will want to examine ourselves before we be judged, man. All right, now this says Sirach chapter 18, verse 20. It says, before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. You see? So before judgment, before we are judged, before we are, just steadily doing the wrong things in our leisure time, all right? And we are just, not walking in the spirit throughout the day, You have to examine yourself, man. Like the brother put up the lesson, last week. I forget the particular page, right? But it was a heavy lesson. And it was basically saying, hey, man, we ought to be walking through the spirit, all right? When we not only when we're off the camera, but through our daily lives, man. You see? Hey, man, we ought to be always walking through the spirit, man. It's not just something that we do when we go to camp, all right? When we go and fellowship or do lessons, okay? You need to be walking in the spirit when you on your day-to-day life, when you're on your job, man. This is all a part of examining yourself, you see? To test, prove your faith, man. All right? Try your character, Because what comes with examining yourselves is correction, you see? These things start to be corrected, things that you need to work on, all right? Things that you need to do better, you see? This is the importance of self-evaluation, right? And I want to get that word evaluation too as well, right? Evaluate, let's get evaluation, all right? The action of appraising or valuing, to be valued, to be worked. Meaning a job performance review. All right, and it's not the Lord's business, man. You see? So we ought to be doing a job performance review, man. Why not? We working in the business of the Lord, the King of the universe, man. So we ought to be, hey, man, we always getting job performance reviews, man. All right, if you're not doing it yourself, all right, other brothers is doing it for you. You see? We always under the scope, man. All right? Like the brother Kaya always say, we are being watched and watching, man. That's the job of the Lord's watchman. You see the watch. All right, knowing what's going on amongst the body, knowing first and foremost what's going on with yourself, man. You see, you have to be able to identify these things, all right, correct them, and they, at the end of the day, you be able to help another brother through their situation, all right, through the things that they need to fix, right? But you can't tell another brother nothing if you have things going on with yourself that need to be corrected, man. You see? So this is the importance of self-evaluating, man. All right, let me see if I had any more. I believe that was it. All right, yep. So, I don't want to write this out that this lesson was edifying, straight to the point. Before I go, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, citations to the hopefully elect. Till the next time I say Shalom.